Welcome to our stream. Sorry, clunky start. We're just going to go ahead and while more people trickle in, get to work on some requests that I've already received previously. If you're here in chat while this is live, go ahead and feel free to give requests of things. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can head over to my Tumblr, throw things in my Ask box, and look at them eventually. It might take some time, but I'll get to them. Setting this as the background color. And I have received, since today is Valentine's Day that I'm recording this on, I've actually been given a request already by somebody to do a Valentine's Day themed fusion of Love Disc, and I don't know what that one's called. They just sent me a picture of it. Let me see if I can't figure out what it is. Because I don't know Pokemon names, because there's nearly 1,000 of them. It's one that I've already done a fusion involving, though. Let's see here. Gorbis. Love Disc and Gorbis. So let me go ahead and get their sprites. Gorbis is I actually really like its design. You might hear some sounds play like ring alerts as I get it to download on my computer's like, are you sure you wish to download that image? So here is Gorbis. Beautiful. And now let's get a Love Disc. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, something like tickling the back of my throat. Those of you who will be watching the YouTube uploads of Dicey Dungeons from yesterday, I do want to apologize because the recordings were weird and they cut off the opening and start of some of the videos. So, some of them are going to end abruptly. Nothing of actual gameplay gets lost, just little bits near the opening and close. The worst one is the robot gets cut off before the wheel spins. So over the next few days you might notice that I'm slowly trying to get little things going to fix errors like that when they happen. Ooh. So this is a fusion that is gonna be interesting. See, my initial instinct was to start throwing Love Disc qualities onto Gorbis, but it actually might be fun to go the other way around. Throw Gorbis qualities onto Love Disc. And so let's just... These are our base. So let's make copies. I got myself some coffee like usual. Mm. And today's art stream might be shorter than some of the others because I want to be able to spend some time with my girl. And first thing we're actually going to do is we're going to give Gorbis all of Love Disc's color scheme. That way that everything meshes really well once I start putting it all together. Alright. Like that. And then pull this for we're actually gonna pull this now that I think about it. And there we go. Now they have sort of a more meshed color scheme. It'll all look a lot nicer when I do things like, hang on, like this. Take Gorbis's eye. That's terrifying. We're just gonna put Gorbis's eye on top of Love Disc. And then we're gonna take Gorbis's lower fin. Erase the extra little bits on this side. I hope everybody's had a nice day. I've considered changing how I record the paint program to like cut off the top bar, but that would cut a little off the sides too.
Buenos dias.
Oh, hey Sleepy, welcome.
Buenos dias.
We're
What
just
are you
doing some art stuff.
Ew.
Ew. Screw you. Let's. I'm doing Gorbis and Love Disc for Valentine's Day. It was Arm's idea.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I need to. I picked up an extra day at work and now I no longer want it. I need to figure out how to fucking get rid of it.
That's a mood.
Oh, let me out. I'm gonna go home. Find volunteer extra time. Can I just request time off? Let me do that one. Let me just take off that extra time. They don't do a good job of like other.
I think that's gonna look nice putting the Gorbis like head thing onto Love Disc, but I think I'm actually gonna turn it down maybe. Oh, that's beautiful. Of course, the way the shine goes doesn't make a lot of sense now. So let's just make all that color. Oops. Let's bring some black up along the border here so it looks more natural. That looks nice. There we go. I want to bring Gorbis. Oh, actually, let's get this little thing on here too. That'll look. Yeah, that's very pretty. I want to do something with this little tail flap, but I don't know if there's really a good place to put it in. Ooh. I'm just doing a Gorbis Love Disc mix right now for Valentine's Day. Sorry, speaking to chat. I think. Hang on. Let's try something. Let's actually see how it looks if I just do that without the purple circle around it. It actually doesn't look as good.
It is such a pain in the ass trying to fucking drop this shit. Show schedule. Click.
I might not include this on it. Ooh, actually, I just realized, let me go live on the Discord front so that you can see.
I'm gonna fucking call. Shit. So fucking dumb.
Bring the mood down a little, my dude.
I'm sorry. I was cool.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry.
Hello. I didn't want to interrupt if you were doing something special.
Oh,
But
hey,
I
Josh.
want to interrupt if you're doing
Oh.
something because it is technical difficulties with Arma.
Oh, what's going on?
I think you're being very quiet.
I am?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I guess, I tend to speak more calmly when I'm doing the art sometimes. But I'll try and speak up a little more. And turn myself
No,
up a
it's
teeny
not
bit.
about speaking up. It's the, volume.
I'm just quiet. Am I still quiet?
God
Hold on. Is
damn
this...
it! What is doing this? Sorry.
Oh, something weird happening on your computer?
No, I'm dealing with trying to find what's causing that performance issue in the mod pack design.
Oh, yeah. The Minecraft mod pack you're making. Yeah, which... my friend Josh here, for those of you watching this on YouTube or on Twitch, he also runs a channel, and he's making a Minecraft mod pack to start doing a series
which is
with.
practically dead.
What, your
Might I
YouTube
add.
channel? Your YouTube channel?
I don't make videos anymore, which is sad.
I've seen you go live
I
several
always
times
intended
recently.
to. Oh yeah, I do go live. I try to go live every single weeknight, but as far as video content
Just
goes, it's
upload your live streams, my dude. My YouTube channel's
I have a
entirely...
separate channel for that,
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
which
Yeah.
I've also not been porting things over to out of laziness.
Do you think this is better with or without the, head fin? Oh, Josh is quiet compared to me. Hold on. Let me fix that. I turned you up a little bit, Josh.
Alright. What's the head fin? Is that the ball you're adding?
Yeah. Without. With.
What did it look like without again?
Cause see, it feels almost like... I feel like it adds a detail, but it also covers up the back bit a lot.
Yeah, it adds a needed detail, but it feels like it's getting in the way.
Actually, hold on. Here's an idea. What if...
That little, like, finger that's holding the fin, I think would look good.
If I do a second
But not
one,
necessarily.
then it can get a
Behind
look...
it?
Yeah, because now it looks like there's two, sorta. Although it's... Let me... Something does look weird about that, though. Hold on, I don't think I...
because I shouldn't necessarily be screeching about my problems with this here. However, I keep having a problem where you start up the world, the TPS is unacceptably bad. You sit there for like 10 minutes and it balances out, and then as you walk around, if you have the TPS graph up, you can clearly see it keeps spiking every now and then, but in gameplay that's hardly noticeable. But I really, really want to find what's the major causes of that, and either just flat remove the mods or tweak them somehow.
In chat, someone's saying the schlong thing can use this. I don't know what they mean by the schlong thing.
I think they're talking about the, like, finger on the bottom of it. That's almost dick-like.
Oh, that's a good... That's actually a good idea. Putting it down there. Or maybe, hold on, similar vein.
I was trying to describe to you to put it onto the little head tail thing, maybe.
The head...
Oh, at the end of the head tail.
Mm-hmm.
Here, so...
Like flipping it back upward, so it's kind of going with the flow. And if you recolor what is now pink into purple, it might be able to work.
Maybe. Like that. And then just sorta.
Damn it.
Like this a little bit. That looks...
That's what I was thinking. I don't know how you
Oh,
are
wait
feeling
a
about
minute.
it.
Wait a minute.
No.
The
Go
Cave
ahead.
Biomes mod
Oh.
adds flooded caves, and I have a mod that changes how fluid physics works so that water obeys conservation of mass.
Oh, that's really
Maybe
cool.
that's...
That's
maybe
what's causing the problem.
That
'Cause
might be it. It might be... Yeah, because out
it
here near
generates an
where I
area with a
spawned
bunch
in,
of water, and then that water tries
Well,
to act like, oh, as it's supposed to, and it makes the game wig out. That makes
I've
sense.
gone out into the ocean here, and...
What's up, Arm?
What if you put it onto its forehead like an anglerfish?
Ooh, that's an idea.
I think this might be what's causing it.
Oh my god,
'Cause
yes.
I've gone out. Oh. I like that.
No, I just gotta figure out how to make it look like it's molding into the face right.
You gotta deal with the shading.
Yeah, and do a little bit
Oh yeah,
with
this
the...
is probably what's causing it. I flew out into the ocean near where I spawned, and there was a ravine that spawned, so the sand at the bottom of the ocean fell down into air, and the ocean started draining itself into that ravine, so there's just a giant section of ocean where it just... the water level dips down by like 5 blocks. And it looks like the ocean's draining itself. I would bet that that's what's doing it.
That makes sense.
When I generate water, stuff like that happens, and the game is trying to run the calculations for the water physics, and it's just killing the internal server load.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely it. Because as I'm generating more ocean, I'm getting way, way worse.
So you either
TPS
you either gotta change how the world generates, or you gotta get rid of the conservation of mass with water.
Yeah. I kind of like that because it felt like it fit in with Create, but if it's causing this, I can't.
I definitely wouldn't mind doing a small series on that, especially because now I'm doing Minecraft videos every Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, like that's it. I would love to try out the new mod pack once you get it working good.
Yeah, well, right now it's playable, but you have to spawn a world, and you either have to use the pre-gen mod I've included to pre-generate an area and then stay within it, or you have to sit there for like 10 minutes once you spawn in, and then just be careful not to move too quickly, which is a god-awful solution.
I can't wait for the caves
second you
update.
introduce it to multiplayer, it'll fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I keep working on this as well, once the cave update comes, I will definitely
try and make it
some of the mods I have here.
Yeah, leave it
Because I
compatible.
have one that adds variety to the caves, but it adds the variety that Mojang themselves is basically trying to make.
Yeah. Trying to... The lighting doesn't look right here.
No, I'll bet if I remove fluid physics, that'll immediately cut the lag problem in half, at least.
Man, it is kind of looking silly, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I can't undo enough. No! Hold on.
Are you, like, making art by merging sprites together of Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon Fusions.
Ah.
I've been doing this for a while.
Where's Multi-MC? There we go.
I just deleted some of the eyelashes by mistake.
Loader mods, where's fluid physics?
Wait, but
Turn it off, and then launch.
That one of the big things coming with the cave update, I think I mentioned this on another one of my streams, is they're making the world 64 blocks deeper and 64 blocks taller.
Yep.
And I'm excited for that.
I tried out one of the snapshots, and currently the snapshots run like total shit because as
Oh,
it turns out, adding 64 blocks that you fill with extra stuff,
It's also not optimized
the
yet,
game
though.
doesn't like. And it's also, yeah, it's also a snapshot. So
Yeah, the snapshots are in no way reflective of what the final thing is gonna be.
yeah, Mojang themselves doesn't even consider snapshots official releases.
Yeah, they're literally like, hey, you want to be a bug tester? Like, that's the point of it.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me, as someone who doesn't do Minecraft at all, the fuck is a snapshot?
Mojang releases updates to the game early in something called Snapshot, which is basically a beta of what's upcoming.
Yeah, it's like if you are playing a snapshot, you're playing a bug tester for the next upcoming update.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Anybody's allowed to do it. It's just like they're basically like, listen, you can't validly complain to us about things in snapshots because none of it's final. You can give us suggestions based off it, but you can't get angry about it.
You can report bugs, but like you're playing a snapshot.
Yeah, you're playing.
If things break, that's on you.
Yeah. Hang on. Here's
Hey,
an
Brian.
idea.
Yeah.
Sorry. Real quick. When you put it onto the top of its head, it's starting to look like hair. Which made me think the little titty shells could make for a nice little, like, brooch or something at the top.
Oh,
of
that's
it.
a good idea. I'm thinking this is... What do you think of this?
It looks like it's holding an item as opposed to being part of it now.
Hang on, here's an idea.
Having a fin wouldn't be necessarily out of, like, you know, the ordinary for a fish.
Alright, let's see how this world generates without fluid physics.
Ooh, that's cute. Now it's actually looking like the shell bit.
Now it looks like it's holding a shell.
Get rid of its blush, because I think the blush is now
God.
a little overdoing it.
If you take the tail and put it behind with it sticking out, it looks like little Oshawott with like the shells ready to fight.
Shell hair. Class as...
Oh, this looks nice.
I might disable Phantom, because that one just seems overpowered. Elytron and Lumberjack. Okay, let's see here. Alt F3. There's still a shit ton of lag.
I'm gonna throw this out, Josh. This is sort of like a situation we had in the past where nobody can see what you're doing on stream. So it's like it may not be the most interesting thing.
I need a push to mute button or something because I'm just talking to myself and this is the process of me running through things. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I think.
Hey, guess what? I was right. I removed fluid physics and everything is perfectly fine now.
That's good. Yeah, I'll definitely play through that at some point. I think this is done. I think this is
it looks like a Amazing World of Gumball character, not gonna lie.
Oh my god, you're right.
It kinda does.
Cool girl.
It kind of does. If they had somebody walking around and that was the character's head, I wouldn't doubt that.
Or just like you see like an aquatic school, or she sits in a fish tank, a fish bowl the whole time that's on wheels that just moves around on its own.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's like the TV carts that they used to have when you were in middle school, but it has a fishbowl.
Alright.
Open, close,
now,
origins. Okay.
For the next thing, let's do the final stage of the one we've done over the last two streams. The, Raichu and Typhlosion.
Oh my god, it's happening. But which Raichu are you gonna go with? Classic or Alolan?
Classic. But I think next art stream, we're gonna do it with Alolan Raichu. A Typhlosion with Alolan Raichu. I'm just getting my
I'm
sprites
excited
now.
to see that one. Surfer bro.
Alright, so let's get a Typhlosion.
Oh geez, I accidentally killed myself.
So I'm gonna stop like breaking midstream to post these. And so I'm gonna...
Smart decision.
My plan is to now actually post them after the YouTube video goes up.
Oh,
That seems like a wise idea.
Yeah.
Because I use Restream and I stream to Twitch, what I'm supposed to do is afterwards export my Twitch stream to my live stream archive channel, but because I haven't been doing that, I have to go through YouTube and manually remove the streams.
What I do is lately, I've been fidgeting with the stuff more and more, trying to get a... Oh, speaking of me fidgeting with things more and more, trying to get stuff looking good, I actually have... Let me move this down here. The alert boxes have been updated, so if I throw up the test version, hold on. There we go. Yeah, now it's clear in the background. Thanks to Orm here. Because I don't have programs to do that easily with. Alright, so there's our Typhlosion. Now let me get the,
Speaking of which, I like that my girlfriend got a PC, is now started to live stream, and, like, she immediately goes to a friend of hers, and the friend makes her, like, proper transitions that have animation and everything, and I'm like, I've been doing this several years longer than you, and I don't even fucking have that. How dare you be better than me?
Man, Mindy on the server, she's now a Twitch affiliate.
I'm never gonna be a Twitch affiliate, because the contract is god-awful.
Yeah? What do you mean?
Well, not only do they reserve the right to not pay you if they just feel like it, but they also have an exclusivity clause where you can only live stream to Twitch, and everything you live stream to Twitch can't go anywhere else for 24 hours.
That seems not right.
Well, it's in the agreement, so I
well,
refuse.
Not go anywhere else for 24 hours, that's not even that big of a loss of time on a stream thing.
Yeah, but because I do restream and I stream to multiple platforms, I would basically get in trouble.
I've seen a lot of YouTubers who I thought were affiliates that did that, but I guess... I guess you don't even need to...
It's just not well enforced half the time, but I still don't want to sign a contract that has a clause which most people ignore because it's not enforced. I just don't like the idea that that is there and can be enforced if they want to.
Yeah.
And
Twitch...
the way
Brian,
they
hang
have
on.
the clause written for the money...
Go back.
What?
I think if you angle the tail upward, like keep the line you just made, but angle it so it's flipped and, you know, like going up.
My plan is to actually just... Hang on. Do this.
Oh, make it longer. That's also smart.
Yeah.
Anyhow, apparently the
Let-
way they
let's
enforce
stop talking crap on Twitch during my Twitch stream, actually.
Oh, you won't get in trouble for it, trust me.
Yeah,
I still
just
agree
don't.
with him. Please do not.
I don't want to
Yeah.
risk it.
Yeah, though, like, basically my reason for not wanting affiliate is I read the contract and I don't like it.
Okay.
And even though it's like,
So
oh,
yeah,
they don't actually
let's-
enforce this,
let's
it's like,
Josh-
yeah, they could.
Josh, I just said let's move forward from this.
Yeah, I know, I just wanted to sum up the point and be like, that's where I'm ending it.
Okay. Sorry. We're just...
Oh yeah, and Brian, one thing I added, I want your opinion on this, just from the sound of it, not necessarily from playing it, because it kind of gets the point across. I added one thing where basically when you start the game, you pick a race, and you get buffs and downsides from it, and some of them
What are the races?
heavily change the gameplay, some of them don't.
What
well,
are-
if you don't want to change anything, you could just pick human,
But
and then for, like, skills, you can pick nitwit, but
what are-
a good example is
what
if I
are
go
the
on a
races,
generate
though?
a new world. Yeah. If I go generate a new world, I'll be able to just read them off to you.
Alright. Yeah, because I'd
The
definitely
whole
be down for
idea
this.
is the different races have a different level of how much they impact the gameplay,
Mhm.
which is just rated simply by like a little rating of 1 to 3 pips. So something that's 1 pip, it might be like, you know, you're a feline or whatever. You know, you're part cat. Creepers are scared of you, and you jump a little higher, but your health is low.
Okay, I like the idea of them being based on things. I was worried it was going to be one of those ones where it's like orcs and elves.
No.
Like, I like that they're...
It's based in the game. Like, one of them is literally called Phantom.
Okay, I think that's actually... I like that conceptually.
Yeah.
Brian,
Yeah?
do you think? I mean, looking at it right now, I feel like the tail might be too high in quotation marks, like interrupting with the face a little bit, like flow-wise.
Maybe you're right.
It
Like, you
almost
see-
does. It also feels a little bit like the tail might be too long when you look at it like that. Because when I imagine it behind its back.
Maybe like that, it will be better.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, that's a
better.
better spot. say maybe shrink the end of the tail a little bit, but I imagine that would be pretty difficult to do, so I wouldn't worry about it.
It's not too hard, but I'd rather keep the
Yeah.
scaling roughly the same. I think it looks nicer if I keep it the same.
But yeah, like Phantom here is rated as high impact, so this changes the gameplay a lot. But although it has like a huge benefit, it has a huge downside. So half human, half Phantom offspring. You can switch between a Phantom and normal form. Translucent, your skin is translucent. Honestly, I don't know what that does other than make you slightly opaque. Phasing.
Maybe
When
it makes
phantomized,
enemies
you can
not
walk
see
through
you.
solid materials, except obsidian. Invisibility. When phantomized, you're invisible. However, you're photoallergenic. You burn in the daylight if you are not invisible. Fast metabolism. It causes you to become hungry, and you're fragile. You have 3 less hearts.
I think
So
that's
it's like-
it's cool because it's a lot of benefits, but it's also
Yeah.
an equally large amount of drawbacks.
Yeah, you start reading it, you're like, this sounds overpowered, and then drawbacks. You must eat a lot. You burn in the sunlight. You have 3 less hearts, and it's like, okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I can also individually turn these off server side. So, for like first release to friends, I could just have a server running and disable things server side that I would later disable in single player. There's like avian has a low impact. Avian race has lost their ability to fly. These peaceful creatures can be seen gliding. So featherweight, you fall gently to the ground as a feather would unless you sneak. So you have feather falling unless you hold shift, in which case you fall normally. Fresh air. When sleeping, your bed needs to be at an altitude of at least 86 blocks so you can breathe fresh air.
Man, I really like this racial thing because again, the fact that it's all these unique ones are like Minecraft tinged makes it really cool.
Yeah, it's not just like you're an oak, you're an elf. It's like, no, this is a Minecraft creature. You are half that.
Yeah.
Tailwind, you are a little quicker on foot than others.
Man,
Vegetarian, you can't eat meat.
Back in the day, I used to watch a lot of Yogscast stuff, which they stopped doing a lot. They now just all they do is TTT, which upsets me. But
Yeah. I mean, TTT is still fun to watch, but it is a little upsetting.
if it's literally just that, like 99% of the time on all their channels, it gets old fast.
I just know about the main channel. I haven't paid any attention to the other ones.
Yeah, everybody else is pretty much the same. It's just TTT all over all their channels. There are exceptions, like Kim doesn't do that.
I know Duncan still does Minecraft mod packs.
Not a lot. I was checking him out, and it's still, even he's mostly just Among Us.
Yeah. Well, I guess that makes sense, because Among Us is fucking huge.
But Rythian does a lot of content. But I remember back when he did the Minecraft stuff, his whole bit was that he was an Enderborn. And I think he would eat that shit up of this mod pack, you know? Because his Minecraft character was Rythian Enderborn, where he was supposed to be like a half Enderman. Which is like literally exactly what the kind of stuff that this mod pack's doing.
Well, this is just one mod called Origin.
Brian, may I
And I like
briefly
it.
Oh, what's up,
give
Bar?
input again?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was thinking the ear in front, like, you know how it has very tiny ears, but Raichu's eyes are really big?
Yeah.
Do you think that if they were a little smaller Raichu ears, it would look better, or...?
Maybe, yeah, that's a good point.
So you're saying scale the ears to match the face better.
Hold on. Let's,
Also, I think there's still a few pixels between the back and the flame that are kind of bluish from its original color. But, I mean, they are barely visible, are they?
Ooh, hang on, which pixels?
Anyhow.
The ones between the flame and the back, like in the outline.
Right
they
here?
Still no, further down, on the right.
Oh, those there.
Yeah, those. I'm
That's-
wondering if those
That's
are...
not something discolored, that's, it's a visual effect that happens a lot while you're in paint, is like a color bleed is going on.
Okay.
Because it's an orange right next to a blue, it's like creating a green in the middle. Yeah.
Oh, and I keep forgetting you're zoomed in to max, so...
Yeah, we're looking at it like like actual pixel scale, so like if I zoom out to normal zoom, that's what normal zoom is.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I like this Origin mod because although it feels like it borderlines breaking that vanilla plus feel I'm going for.
I think it does fit it because
added difficulty.
And the fact that they are Minecraft races keeps it feeling vanilla plus plus in my mind. I like that you're describing it as that. As vanilla plus plus.
Because when I think of vanilla plus, I think of like, here's a slight tweak, like you know, we can make signs that are the different colors of wood. Why can't we do that with chests? So it's a mod that makes it so you can make chests different colors out of wood. Like, I think of that as vanilla plus, as in like parody features and things that just flush out the gameplay and make it more what's the word?
More new, unique, interesting things. I'd like watch that video I sent you of the guy discussing what makes a vanilla plus. Yeah, like where the actual development.
What he thought made a vanilla feeling mod, and it was basically follow Mojang's development principles.
Yeah, and I think Mojang does have really good development principles.
Oh, they surely do, and I like that Microsoft took a very hands-off approach upon purchasing of Minecraft.
I think Mojang is. I mean, Minecraft's a really. I mean, Microsoft, from everything I've heard, is a really good company to work with if you're a small developer. Like, God.
Yeah, they're not like an EA where EA just gets heavy-handed and involved in everything.
Yeah. I know, honestly, I keep mentioning this in my different streams all over the place, but, like, I will be so upset if the first thing they did when they bought Bethesda wasn't handing Obsidian Fallout and saying, here, I want to make a Fallout game.
Is that what they did?
We don't know, but I'd assume they did, because that's just the smartest fucking thing they could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good idea,
Shrink. Almost a little too long, by the way.
You think?
Yeah, just like a pixel too long.
For Valentine's Day, that's what she said.
That reminds me, my anniversary with Evie happens to be on Valentine's Day.
Aww.
It's today, I hope you remember it.
Yeah, it is. I did make it clear with all my partners that my memory is fucking god-awful, and you should expect me to forget every single important date ever. Just immediately expect that out of me, because I can't avoid it. I'm just shit.
I mean, as long as you're upfront with it, I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's like, look, I've tried working on it. I'm at the best I can be. Even with a bunch of reminders, I can still forget. So just be aware that I could easily forget about it. What else we got here? Arachnid. Climbing abilities and the ability to trap their foes from spiderwebs make arachnid good hunters. Climbing. You can climb up any kind of wall, not just ladders. I haven't tested that to see
honestly,
whether that's
my immediate thought is like an SMP situation with all this.
You could easily do that.
Yeah.
Like, if you just
have you heard of
the race thing, it would be a good tweak to just the game as is.
Have you heard of the mod Rubber Ross is developing? Ross O'Donnell.
You've brought it up before, yeah.
It looks so good.
You mentioned it before. He's doing like an RPG thing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, climbing. You can climb on any kind of wall. I'm not sure if that's going to be overpowered or not. I have to test still webbing. When you hit an enemy in melee, they get stuck in a cobweb.
Do you think I should keep the ear behind the electricity or in front of the electricity?
I think
behind
looks better.
Okay.
Logically, I would think it would go in front, but visually, I think it looks better going behind.
By the way, what do you think about keeping Raichu's little white tummy?
Oh, that's a nice idea. Oh my god.
I'm like wondering if that would look Gucci.
Anyhow,
I'm gonna quickly try out.
To the spider though might be like you can navigate the world easier with climbing and you can trap your enemies, but it says you can only eat meat, no vegetables.
Oh yeah,
so
and
that
can be tough.
Prove to be a downside.
Although once you get a ranch going, you're good.
Yeah. What I'm wondering though is, will that prove to be enough of a problem that being able to just kind of freely roam the world and easily fight things would be no longer overpowered because it's balanced out. Also, you're fragile. You have 3 less hearts than the health of a human.
Oh, I have an idea,
Which doesn't
Brian.
feel fitting for the class, but it feels like it needs it.
What's up, Arm?
Sorry. If you take the rows of pixels, move them to the left so the ear is less arched and more like standing out, maybe that will help.
Oh my god, yeah, make it, like, do something like this.
Yes. Also, I'm sorry, Josh.
No, that's perfectly fine. It's Brian's stream anyways, and I'm here going on about me trying to create a mod pack.
But it is also a mod pack that I may play at some point, so... Actually,
yeah.
Here's an idea. Rather than trying to tuck an ear behind, let's give him back his old ear, and I'm going to just try and transform this.
Actually, yeah, just change the colors.
Oh my god. It could also have like an Absol thing going on, where it just got 2 different kind of ears. Or like an ear coming out of like a little tuft of hair.
What I'm actually...
From this angle, it looks fine. Yeah, Elytron, I just tested this one, and I thought basically you start the game with a permanent unbreakable Elytra, and I was like, that's too overpowered, but I tried it, and it's actually not.
That's something I would have figured the Phantom would have.
No, the Phantom does not, which is surprising. But the idea of the Elytron, you have the wings, the Elytra wings, permanently. You have Gift of the Wind. Every 30 seconds you can launch yourself about 20 blocks up into the air. Useful for travel, but not super, not super overpowered, I found. I thought it was going to be like, oh, I'm just going to be able to go all around the world. This is going to be too powerful. But one thing I actually found... Down at the bottom, brittle bones, you take more damage from falling and flying into blocks earlier when I went, oh shit, I killed myself. That's what happened. I tried to land and I just died. So it's like, yeah, you can navigate around the world pretty easily, but you might die pretty easily. Also, aerial combat, you do more damage while in Elytra flight. You cannot wear heavy armor. Armor with protection value is higher than chainmail, which I think is a very good way to discern what kind of armor is heavy in the constraints of Minecraft. I think that's a fantastic way to do it.
Brian.
What's up?
The red eye, if you turn that back to being blue like you did with the mid-evolution, I think that will also help.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Claustrophobia. Being someone with a low ceiling for too long makes you weak and slower. I don't know how that works.
It's probably like a timer effect.
It's probably like every like 30 seconds or something the game tests to see like if there's blocks above your head and within a certain amount above your head, and that if so, it probably like runs that test again every 30 seconds, and if you consistently have blocks above your head, it gives you the debuff. So like as an Elytrian, you don't want to go caving.
Yeah. Man, if I want to at some point learn coding, and like I wouldn't mind making my own Minecraft mods when I eventually do that.
I wouldn't either, but I'm pretty bad at coding. However, wanting to take a bunch of mods other people made and mash them together in a way that's fair and balanced and fits the feel I'm going for is going to require me to learn some basic Java coding. Which is going to be hell.
Perspective.
Java.
Perspective. Hold on. How am I going to put this belly in? Perspective. I hate it.
You honestly might have to make the stomach larger.
I think you might have to do some pixel work yourself.
Hang on. I'm definitely gonna
also,
have
the
to.
cheeks absolutely pale.
Yeah, hold on.
On the like orange.
Let's. Oops. Oh god, that looks terrible.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think it looks good just without the blush of the Raichu, period.
But it's kind of what makes Pikachu Pikachu. I would say
but
it's necessary. Oh.
That's a much more tasteful way to do And actually, I think that's more fitting because remember you mentioned the eyes were smaller, and so the ears had to be smaller. The dots got
Mm-hmm.
smaller.
Mm-hmm. But color-wise, oh, then again, I don't know how easy that is with paint. If you pick the cheeks of Raichu and just make them a little bit more golden orange.
Oh, that is not hard at all.
Okay.
Hold on.
Because right now the thing almost looks like a mole with how dark it is against the tummy color.
Actually, hold on. There's already a sort of darker yellow. Oh, that's great right there. What do you
Hell
think?
yeah.
Maybe, or hang on, let's
Pretty alright.
tilt it a teeny bit more into orange. Yeah.
I'm not looking at the most color accurate monitors. My side monitors are very old ones, and they're not super color accurate. So
Yeah, I've realized my two monitors, actually, it's probably down to my left monitor being less bright. Let me see if I can fix that.
my main screen is very vibrant and is more color accurate than the other two.
I will never forget the horror story of me choosing my color for the walls. Like, my parents told me, oh, you can mix your own color. What do you want? We're renovating. Just give us the code and we can go and have it the color mix. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I want something yellow. I hear yellow gives you, like, a good mood. I pick the color, bring it in, and the color comes and I put them on the wall. It's piss fucking yellow. Because my dumbass forgot that my laptop was in energy savings mode. And I'm still living in the same pissed yellow room.
That sucks.
Yep.
That's kind of funny.
I mean, yeah, it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking hilarious, but also that sucks.
It's a
It
cautionary
does
tale
suck, but it's
for
kind of funny.
future generations.
Oh yeah, Shulk. Related to Shulkers, the bodies of Shulk are outfitted with a protective shell-like skin. So Shulker inventory. You have access to 9 additional inventory slots which keep items on death. It is a separate inventory, though, that you have to open, so it's not like you keep it in...
I think I might have played a
An extra
mod
row
pack
to
that
regular
used this stuff at
inventory.
one point.
You might have. Was the mod pack running on Forge or Fabric? Because if
Forge.
it's Forge, it might have been a mod that was similar, but not the same, because this is a Fabric mod.
I think I
It
used
also
a
might
mod
be
on
that the
Forge
dev
that was like
updated it.
similar.
Fabric.
Here we go. Yeah, the white
sturdy
belly.
skin.
Do you think the white belly looks good? Is it a good size, or should I make it bigger?
I
On
do
my
like it.
screen, it blends in with the rest of the body so well, I can't tell it's super there, but that's just
Yeah.
my monitor.
It's
being
just
bad.
like, it's a faint white, but...
The thing that I would still address is that the way the stance is of the Pokemon, the belly would also kind of arch a little more into our right leg, I think.
Sorry, this
See that?
end?
Like, mm-hmm. Like, if you spread it out a little bit more in that direction, I think it might help.
Yeah, with the Shulk, sturdy skin without wearing armor, your skin provides natural protection. So basically, you just kind of have a little bit of natural armor. Strong arms, you can break natural stone without using a pickaxe.
Oh,
It's-
also
it's
for
slightly faster
the,
than breaking
like,
stone with wooden pick.
belly situation, how it's blending. If you look at a Raichu, it's got some gray parts that make an outline between the belly and the orange.
That's
I
actually
think
not
you
gray.
made a little bit
That
too long.
might be an that's actually not a gray, that's an orange shade, is what it's using.
Yikes.
It's just...
so it's
Gotta
like
get
a-
my
It
eyes
looked-
checked.
It looks gray with everything that's surrounding it, you know?
It does. I see what
Yeah.
you mean, yeah.
Because it's orange on orange, it comes out as gray because it's just a desaturated orange next to a saturated. There we go, like
And
that.
it's next to
Mm.
white. So you perceive the orange
Yeah.
getting a little more white, but also darker, so you go, oh, it's gray, but no, it's orange.
Yeah, it's the magic of colors being side by side.
It's like, have you ever seen that thing where somebody has, like, a tile in one picture and a tile in another picture, and they look
Yeah.
like 2 entirely separate colors, and then they
Oh,
drag
man.
it over and reveal it's exactly the same?
Have you
That is
watched
exactly
Mind
the
Games?
discussion with like the white and blue dress or whatever it was.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Mind Games? No, I haven't.
Mind Games is an entire TV show that talks about, like, just like, this is why you can't trust your brain. Like, the entire show
That
is
sounds
like,
something I'd love.
yeah, it's just, it's on Netflix. It's just a series of them doing things to, like, fuck with people's perception. Like, out in, like, the field and people being like, what the fuck? Like the one that went viral online was they would take somebody, they'd have you sit with like a divider just to your left on your left shoulder, hiding your left arm, and you'd put your right arm down, and then they'd put a mannequin down that you can see where you're like on your side of the divider, right next to your left arm. And they'd start brushing the mannequin with a feather at the same time as they brushed your hand with a feather. And they'd brush like the same area, and then they'd pull out a hammer and slam the mannequin arm, and everybody would universally like jump back and like grab their hand like as if they'd just been hurt. Because your brain was conditioned to treat the mannequin hand like your own. It set off like the part of your brain that feels sympathetic pain.
Yeah, because it was like, oh shit, it's when this thing got brushed with the feather, I got brushed with the feather, it's been smashed with a hammer, I'm gonna get smashed with the hammer or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that kind of stuff. We used to do that in school. Like ethics.
Here we go. The Shulk class is unwieldy, so it can break naturally generated stone with its bare hands, and it has a slight protection buff, but you cannot use shields.
Which, in newest Minecraft combat stuff, shields are important.
Yeah, so it's like, oh. Oh, that's a problem. So it's like, yeah, you can break natural stone with your fists and get the cobblestone out of it. And you have a natural little bit of protection, but you do not have a shield. And large appetite, you exhaust much quicker than others, requiring you to eat more, which makes sense. If you were this, like, buff, strong thing that could carry extra stuff and you could break stone with your bare hands, you had, like, thick skin.
You'd need to eat more.
You'd be very hungry. Yeah.
I think this guy's done.
I think it is. I think if you added anything more at this point, it might feel like it's too much.
Only one cleanup thing. On the tummy, bottom left, I think there's a pixel stair left. See it?
I guess, kinda, yeah.
No, I was talking about the other.
Wait, where?
No, I'm seeing it wrong. Never mind. I'm looking at top left, like where the straight line goes into the diagonal, but I'm wrong. I'm wrong. There is none.
Anyhow, feline. With your cat-like appearance, the feline scares away creepers. With the dexterity of cat, they always land safely on their feet.
So no one in chat has given any requests, so I'm gonna hop over to my Tumblr and pull one from my Tumblr from years ago.
That's a good way to do it. Acrobatics. You never take
again,
fall damage.
those of you watching the version of this on YouTube, hop on over to my Tumblr, make requests, eventually I'll get to them. It's not, you can make it either to my main Olyrik Tumblr or to my words to my Fusimon Tumblr.
Hey, there we go.
Here y'all go.
DB, your dick cold. Yeah, acrobatics. You never take fall damage as the feline.
DB.
Strong ankles, which fits never taking fall damage as well. I like the descriptions here as well, are very well thought out. But anyhow, you're able to jump higher by jumping while sprinting. I tested it. You can jump 2 blocks comfortably, and if you really time it right, you can get 2.5.
Real quick. Anonymous requested. Oops. Hang on. This fusion.
A Bibarel and a Snorlax.
So let me go ahead and get
That's
those.
That's gonna be one chunky boy, I can already tell.
Anyhow, 9 lives. You have 1 less heart of health than humans.
I'm
Cats have
gonna,
9
by the
lives.
way, gonna say goodbye.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Guys, have fun.
Alright.
Bye.
This is probably going to be the last fusion, and I'm going to step away so that you and I can spend some time together, alright, Arm?
Arm's already gone.
Oh. I don't get Discord connect and disconnect sounds.
Yeah, because you got OBS open, or something like it.
Streamlabs, which is an OBS, like, thing.
Oh, Streamlabs has their own version of OBS.
Yeah.
I just use OBS Studio because when Streamlabs OBS initially launched, its CPU usage was like 40% of my entire CPU.
What?
Yeah. Studio was like 10.
Streamlabs
like,
gives me a lot of good visual effects things and
Oh yeah, I know. I used it. I was like, this is pretty nice, but I looked at how much CPU usage it was using, and I was like, I can just use all the Streamlabs services in browser and not deal with the 30% extra overhead.
What is Bibarel?
I've never heard of it.
I mean, they are at almost 1,000. Oh, Bibarel's Bidoof evolved form.
Ah.
Oh, I love it.
You know, weak arms, without under the effect of a strength potion, the cats can only mine natural stone if there are 2 other natural stone blocks near it. I've not tested that yet, but that sounds a little weird. It's the most questionable debuff.
Man, the
cat-like appearance.
I had mentioned the thing of that the guy did where he talked about like the development cycle of Minecraft. And like one thing I find is really interesting is like they've confirmed that they will never give enchantments that break multiple blocks at the same time, because it should not be possible for one player to affect more than one block at a time with one action. But that rule has actually been broken now. Moss. If you put moss on stone and bone meal the moss, it'll devour a big chunk of stone in your vicinity.
That is true, but you're not breaking the stone. It's being replaced.
But that's still like it breaks the rule of multi-block affecting as they had described it in their like blog posts.
Well, is it though? Because when you bone meal the ground, you get multiple things of grass out of it.
I guess.
When you bone meal the moss,
maybe
it spreads.
Maybe it's just a stretch of it then.
If you're doing it for the purpose of removing the stone from an area, you still have to break the moss once it's eaten all the stone.
Yeah.
Which you have to do one by one. So although it's technically breaking the rules, it doesn't really feel like
it. With the new 3D biomes mechanic, there's a few things I hope they do with the caves. One immediate thing, give us entire granite and diorite cave biomes where just all the stone is replaced with that type of stone.
I think that would be better, and if you know how in the overworld there's biome blending?
Yeah.
If there was a way that the stone could blend like that on the edge of the cave biomes,
additionally,
that would be nice.
I would love it if like every biome on the surface had a correlating subsurface biome. So like when you're under an ice spike biome, you'll have ice spike caverns.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do that though.
I think they expressed the want to do some of that.
Yeah. Or like when you're under the ocean, you'll have a lot more water present in the cave. So when you're under a desert, the sandstone reaches further. Yeah, but I mean like
with the water
more prevalently, like I think like you should get coral generating in the caves under an ocean.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like under the deserts, it should just be sandstone almost like all the way up. And you know how they're adding an extra 64 blocks, all the way up until that last 64.
Like sandstone. That feels a little extreme, but I see what you mean there.
Like
I think they should implement like the sandstone equivalent of like iron ore if they're gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would feel a little immersion breaking if you're just digging around and you just find gray iron ore.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
But then if they do that, they have to address the inventory issue in a better way than fucking buns.
When you break ore, instead of getting like the ore with its stone type, you should just get like, generic unforged ore nugget. Like, you know what I mean?
That would be cool. So you get like, well, I feel like though that might break some of the principles of being able to build ore and stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
I kind of get what you mean, because when I played Blightfall, they had a mod that had all these kinds of stone, and then every ore they had, there was a variant of it for that specific stone, but then when you broke it, it just gave the vanilla version of the ore.
Yeah, something like that.
That way, in the world, it blended well. But I feel like when it came to building, people would be a little upset if they couldn't build with the variants of it.
True. Maybe to place an ore, once you break it, you have to place it onto a stone block. Like it accents
on the texture.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be a good solution. Anyhow, feline. Creepers are scared of you and will only explode if you attack them first. Nocturnal. You can slightly see in the dark when not in water.
Man, Sleep would immediately pick feline. Like, he wouldn't even read the description, he'd just be like, Catboy, yes.
Sounds about right. Florian, a species of plant people that obtain their nutrients from the sun and gain strength from the water. Reminds me of Anna and Tree Man.
Also, man, I've been thinking about doing a, I've been playing a lot of the game Control lately, because it was free on PlayStation Plus. Mm-hmm. Fantastic fucking game. And it really makes me want to do a, like, SCP or Control-inspired campaign. You know?
Yeah.
Where my immediate idea is a, you know the Infinite IKEA? SCP?
Yeah, you mentioned this. You wanted a campaign set in the Infinite IKEA.
Now that I've played Control, my idea is rather than just literally a campaign in the Infinite IKEA, capture that concept of a infinite, unending house that there is no escape to, but that structurally changes constantly wherever you like. So,
yeah,
what you might be in like a sub like wing that the entire wing is Art Deco, and then you enter another sub wing that the entire wing is like, like ancient art, like Mayan art style.
This looks like. Honestly, this just looks like the Pokemon on the right got really fat.
My god, you're kind of right. I mean, but it's really hard to bring Snorlax. Maybe if I gave him Snorlax's closed eyes, but even then, that doesn't do much. Ooh, here's an idea. Hold on. Oh man, I got rid of the Snorlax. I didn't save my base ones. Alright, whatever we're doing now, we're stuck with. Snorlax has these little fangs, so what if I did something like this?
Kind of like an extension to the teeth.
Yeah, just a little bit extra teeth game going on.
Anyhow, Florian. Photosynthesis. You are sustained by being exposed to sunlight or drinking liquid sunlight, which can be collected by using a glass bottle on a daylight detector. Honestly, I think I might... Actually, shit. I just realized. I was like, oh, I might disable that, but then how do you eat if you're in other dimensions? Yeah, shit, I don't know. That's gonna be difficult. I might just turn off Florian for that reason, which is just an incredibly terrible solution because it's a cool class, but I really don't like that glass bottle and the daylight collector thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if it's not there, you wouldn't be able to survive in other dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it would be fair to say, like, you're stuck in the overworld.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel fair. Absorbing, you regenerate health and deal more damage when wet. Flammable, take twice as much damage from fire. So, this is what I mean. Like, you could live in the Nether, but it would be dangerous for you.
Yeah.
Antivore, you are unable to eat anything. Because you live off the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Endirian, born as daughters the Ender Dragon, sons and daughters the Ender Dragon.
Basically, Dragonborns.
Invulnerable to water. Yeah.
I mean, you've heard of the very now prevalent theory that the Endermen are enslaved by the Ender Dragon, right?
I only heard it via Game Theory when I was bored one night and watching some of Game Theory's older content.
That's another one of those theories that, like, Game Theory wasn't the one that came up with it, he just popularized it. That's something that bothers me about Game Theory. Like, not to shit on MatPat, but, like, he very often just takes a theory that's already online, regurgitates it, and doesn't credit the original theorists.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And that bothers me, you know? The only time he credits the original theorists is when he's disproving their theories.
Yeah, that is annoying. I will say, though, like, in his defense, he has an entire team working on it, so it might be that he's just hands-off with the scripting now, and his writers aren't properly crediting. Even so, that's still bad practice on his behalf.
Yeah, he is the face and like, head of that channel, so, like, he needs to take responsibility for that.
Yeah, teleportation. Whenever you want me, throw an Ender Pearl, which deals no damage, allowing you to teleport. Hydrophobia.
I
You receive
forgot
damage
that
when in
Ender
contact
Pearls
with
can
water.
do damage to you.
They do.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Hydrophobia. You receive damage while in contact with water. Scared of Gorge, you afraid of pumpkins for a good reason. I have not tested what that means, and I don't think I want to, because it sounds hilarious. I don't know what happens, but evidently you can't get close to Gorge. Because I have the Minecraft Earth to Java, I might have to contact the dev and say, hey, there's a block that's a gourd in a mod, and I want to make it afraid of that as well. Because in Earth to Java, you get carved melons.
Oh. Oh, does Earth to Java just move all the stuff that's in Minecraft Earth into Java?
It takes all the stuff from Minecraft Earth into Java. So
yes,
like
I'm all for that. I also want one that does that with educational mode. Specifically, educational mode has these little programmable, like, golem things. Imagine getting those and they act like, you know, the golem mod, where you are able to craft these little tiny clay golems that just pick up things.
I do kind of like the idea of it being a separate thing, though, because I can turn that stuff on in Bedrock Edition, but I have to specify when I create the world that I want it on. Because it feels, a good portion of the content feels very, very out of place.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Some of the stuff in education mode can work really good. Similarly, I want them to put the things in dungeons in. And actually, there's a fun...
I looked at dungeons, and there was a lot of stuff in dungeons, and I was like, it just makes it overcomplicated, and I decided to not use the dungeons parody mods.
So, here's a actually fun fact. You've noticed how Minecraft Dungeons is in the Minecraft launcher, right?
Yeah.
But Minecraft Story Mode is not.
Yeah, but that's because it's not an IP that's really... owned by Mojang. Mojang
actually,
kind of licensed out story mode.
They've talked about this. The reason being is Minecraft Dungeons is canon to Minecraft.
Ah, okay.
Isn't that a weird statement to hear?
That is, because it's nothing like Minecraft.
So they've said, going forward, if a spin-off is canon, it'll appear in the launcher. That is why Educational Mode and Minecraft Earth aren't in the launcher, because their content is not counted as canon to Minecraft yet. Minecraft Earth is set in Earth.
Also,
oh yeah.
How would you put Minecraft Earth in the launcher on PC when it's an augmented reality mobile application?
Yeah.
So there's also
but they've specifically said like Minecraft Earth is fucking set. Minecraft Earth is not set in the world of Minecraft. It is set in Earth.
That makes sense. But I did try out Dungeons parody mods, and honestly, the Dungeons parody mods add a level of complexity that I don't think is appropriate.
What do they add? Like...
Basically, I added it and was like, here's 40 different suits of armor that are all slightly different from each other. And
I don't mind that, honestly.
No.
Because it's from Minecraft Dungeons, I don't mind it.
I don't like the level of complexity, and maybe that's just a personal taste thing.
Fair.
Like when it came to
it is your mod pack.
PUBG and Fortnite. PUBG, you run over and you pick up modifiers for a gun, and when you pick up the modifier, until you go into your inventory and read the description, you can't tell whether it works for your weapon or not. Fortnite,
you immediately know at a glance.
Modifier, and when you run over, you can see based on the color of the aura around the gun, whether
if it's
better than the gun.
There's so much better communication of mechanics in Fortnite.
Well, it's also because it's a simpler mechanic. So there's something to me where somebody might be perfectly okay with the Minecraft Dungeons thing adding, 40 suits of armor to the game, but I just think it adds a level of complexity that I don't like. I just think it just makes it too complex.
Also, I feel so bad for the developers of Fortnite Story Mode. They spent almost a decade perfecting it to exactly how they want it. And then last minute, the company is like, hey, can you tack in a multiplayer battle royale mode?
And that's what ended up taking.
That's all anybody plays. Alright, I think we're done with this boy.
It's so difficult to remember that Fortnite has a story mode.
And I think with that, we're gonna call the stream there. Sorry for the relatively low amount of streaming today, but, you know, it's Valentine's Day. I want to be able to spend time with my girl. But, yeah. All you have a good day, and
Yep.
I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.